What I'm doing and what I'm gonna do, I'm currently testing damage reduction builds for Disruptions Shai. If you're unsure what this is, please look at the Disruption Shai video, linked at the end of this one. This is taking a bit of time as I have to build up gear. I want to hit 500 damage protection with a damage reduction based build. Most Shai used evasion builds to be very tanky. This is a good idea and it works, but if you're an AP Shai, such an option may not be open to you. I was asked about high damage reduction builds, and as I explained, evasion and damage reduction work differently. One reduces the damage you take, the other lets you completely avoid damage. See damage reduction and evasion video linked at the end. I'm doing these tests so you don't have to, although it's not mega costly. We don't all have the time in game. But this does mean I had to slow down my AP progress a little. You may be surprised to see what items you need for such a build. They aren't that expensive as an addition to your Shai AP build, but they can be a hassle to get hold of. I won't be covering that here. This video is an update of my channel and such. But I will bring you an in-depth video on my findings once I have completed my tests and build. You will also see I have popped over to the NA server for seasonal, and to talk to some of the trolls. Looks like they went into hiding, go figure. All big on the forums but not to be seen in game. This is very common. As if the forums and the game are very different places. They are a good lot over in NA, friendly and chill. Have been popping back and forth to try out RBFs as they seem to play a bit differently in NA. Never before have I seen a full RBF Valencia map run out of time before the scores are full, but in NA, it happens. They hold points more often, from what I can tell. Think it's called teamwork. I will try to do one fashion video a month. This is to give people time to set up new outfits and get seen. I may also pop over to NA and do a special at some point. Been finding it hard to bring you a new and exciting PvP video, instead of the same old same old. I have hung around in open world Arsha looking for interesting fights, but at this time, it's either 720 gear score Valkyries, that I have no chance against, or 550 gear score X seasonal, that I walk over. Neither is very entertaining to watch. I will keep trying. Maybe I will have to start arranging fights with subscribers both EU and NA, but remembering that my NA gear is quite a bit behind my EU gear. An army of Shai would be cool. I have made an official ticket regarding the Shai vs Gauntlet's damage modifiers and pointed out to PA how damning it would look for Shai to be going into battle in the new arena with this error in place. They have been provided with a video explaining the error and no one has contested it yet. They have been given the information way ahead of time. There are no excuses. To let it ride shows PA willingly ignored the issues and Shai. I haven't seen it patched yet, and considering it's an easy fix, I'm not too impressed with PA at this time. I will keep the pressure on. I'm trying my best to get the official forums tidied up a bit, so that some of you that wish to participate feel more welcome, and reduce this current issue of a clique of bullies. As a Shai, don't side with the bullies thinking it will gain you favor. Keep you safe. Nah, if I'm gone, it's you next. Just let me do my thing. Every forum has such issues. This is the internet. People feel powerful and safe, and their true malice comes out. Staff are meant to keep this under control. These people don't play in game much, seem disheartened with the game in general and just want to fight on the forums. I'm hoping I do not have to produce a video on what I have exposed so far, and that the community managers are taking this seriously, and it implicates their own staff actions as well. But it's on them if they wish to keep it private and in the ticket system, or if they wish to embarrass PA and themselves. It won't be an opinion report. It will be recorded empirical evidence for you and the community to view and conclude the state of the forums for yourself and if it's a safe place for you or people in your charge. It would be a lot of work. I don't want to do it, but in the current state of things, I would even call the official forums damaging to some people. Kinda grinds my gears when I see smiling community managers like BDO is a perfect community, and the darker side of it, all shushed up, people that do complain, allowed to be mocked and bullied as a control mechanism to keep them quiet. Been feeling like the community managers are okay with this. We will see. But to be fair, it's their job to present this image. And I don't want to damage it, as long as they are reasonable and understand I'm trying to help. Community managers, you understand that, right? I understand both sides here. I understand how this works. Your job. The company's goals and image. Limitations. I'm willing to work with you, and I'm very reasonable when listened to. In this case, I know what I'm talking about and not just some random player on the internet. I think you are starting to see that. You may not like that side of my work. Wish I would just let it be and get on with the gaming. Yeah, that's easy enough to say when you're having a good time. But I can't let it slide when bullies are picking on not only me for causing a fuss, I can deal with that, but others that are made to feel unwelcome, mainly because of the class they play. Remember, you can always skip such videos. But I gotta do what I gotta do, no one else is gonna do it, and no, I'm not doing this to try and get a job at PA, become a community manager myself. I don't care for that, I don't have the language skills either. But, you always need someone on the outside, watching the watchers. Never assume my motives, my thinking is atypical. And on the bright side, if I can get it sorted, it's an overall improvement for the Black Desert community, and that brings me on to long-term plans. I've given serious thought to growing my BDO presence into something proper, a job one may call it. I need work to keep me sane. Also to have some money on the books, not much, just enough to show my overlord government that I'm not a slacker, before I can do this, given who I am and the restrictions I face. I need to make the Black Desert community a functioning place for myself and others like me. Enormous are probably fine at the moment, but us stranger lot are struggling. Love it or hate it. The Shai class draws a lot of autistic players. Such peoples have been struggling in the community side of things, not all. I said some, most avoid the community side altogether, that's okay. But for them that wish to participate in the community, Black Desert needs to understand and accept we are a bit different, and the bullying from some posters, and double standards from community managers has to stop. Games are social worlds, and staff need to be trained in how to understand and better deal with such social issues. I have tried and been ignored by some community managers like our concerns are marginal. Not a good look, haters gonna hate. Tough. I'm not stopping. If I don't set a solid foundation now, I will face issues down the road. But this means, once change has been enacted, I can step away from such things and focus more on game-related issues and fun, even look at events, community content, and hopefully a small income for me, enough to self-finance the channel and maybe pay for in-game stuff. Not gonna be easy, mutism brings its own challenges for a content creator. But I like a challenge. And PA have already made changes in that regard. So they do listen, looking over BDO projection from markets experts, that they believe BDO has a positive future, showing growth for the next 5 years after the current slump. I know we've seen some doomsayers, but that's what happens when you get your financial advice from an op-ed in a gaming magazine. This means it's worth investing my time, this means it's worth you playing, even as a new player. And remember what is really important about games. Stories. So if I can help you collect stories along the way, your gaming time in BDO will never have been a waste, and if in 10 years the game's past its best, well, we can move to the next BDO as a community, with our stories and friends. Still ironing out a few issues with YouTube. Making a lot of progress, but I'm still treated as if I do not exist by their YouTube team. They say they are here to help, just not me, eh? This is due to my past in politics. Some people do not want you to have your own opinions and will crush you for it, if they have the power to. I have been very clear with them that I do not and will not be involving myself in politics anymore. No politics in games, thanks. We are here for fun, not other people's power games. Verification of my channel was going to be an issue as I can't use phones, as explained in a video that got so much hate. No reason for the hate, just a strange reaction coming from the forums, probably down to misunderstanding and assumptions, but the community managers let it ride, and the forums are built to allow such attacks. A downvote counter that is on view to the public and not just the original poster and staff. Well, it is there to publicly shame the poster, just a fact. This is why other platforms have hidden it publicly. BDO still uses this shaming mechanic on its forums. There are no excuses. This had its own repercussions, allowing me to show community managers some of the forum issues, and they are finally taking me seriously. Along the way there has been much hate, trolling and bullying. I don't get why some are so against me progressing. What's in it for them? But what I want you to see, even though it looked like I was on my own, was losing the fight. It was never the case. Never give up. I have achieved all I set out to, and the hate, it changed nothing. It will become safer and easier to be associated with me in time, as I get to move away from the more difficult subjects. I will probably become more accepted by the wider community, and this will open up options. For now I'm a toxic asset, not a toxic person. Different things. It's best I get as much out of the way now, before I really grow things. But to you lot who are here now, showing support, I say thanks and wow. You are your own person. You don't care what others think of you, and you rock. You haven't avoided me in my work in case some stranger on the internet thinks lesser of you. That is something special in this day and age, where everyone is too afraid of what strangers think of them. I hope I'm showing you, it doesn't matter.